Namaste. Good evening to all of my viewers out there, especially to my 10 seconds to 1 minute viewers. I did a video earlier today, that 1 minute video, and I was challenging all the 10 seconds to 1 minute viewers to watch another video on the platform of Life is Beautiful, because this video is going to go beyond your normal 1 minute to 10 minute video. Okay, so this is exciting, and I know all you all is excited, and that's why you all have plugged in. Just get ready. I thought this was going to take me some time to come back for a few days so I can bring this message. But I've been sitting today having such a great time with the divine creator God, giving me so much revelation and knowledge into this topic. And I got so excited for everything that it was placed upon my heart, and I just know I had to get it off of me. But I'm so glad. Welcome to my 10 seconds to 1 minute viewers who is ready to take on this challenge, and you're ready to go to our higher listening and reviewing videos. And this is going to go way beyond 1 minute, but you came here on this platform because you're ready to take this challenge on. Again, this is Destiny. It is Saturday, December 28th, 2019. Let's get started. And congratulations, guys. I am so proud of each one of you who is going to take on this challenge, and you're going to listen to the video to its very entirety. Thank you. So here we go. Are you feeling lost? Feeling lost, Destiny? What is the topic? Okay, let's get started. This is the topic that I have challenged everyone on. Losing yourself and finding yourself again. It's all done in self-love. So, I told everyone in the video I did today, the 10 seconds to 1 minute video, that I will come back and I will do this message in its entirety. And it was going to go beyond 1 minute, but hey, if you're ready to take on this challenge, let's get into it. I am ready. Are you feeling lost? Do you want to know how to find yourself again? Okay, my 10 seconds and 1 minute viewers, you just keep listening to this video message, and I will tell you exactly how to find yourself again if you are lost. But let me say this, finding yourself again, it may seem impossible right now to many of you out there. Maybe you're going through some hard situations, some tough relationships, some fights, some struggles, some battles, some fears, or whatever it may be. It just seems like nothing is impossible for all the trauma and drama that may be going on in your life. But let me tell you, there is hope. There is hope. Do not ever give up. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. So you ask, Destiny, exactly how do I find myself again? And I'm so glad you asked that question, because I have the answer from the divine creator God. He sent me here to tell you. And I can hear your mind racing, and I can feel your heart just pressing, and you're just pressing in deep because your ears now is all hooked up to the camera, and you're saying, Destiny, what is the answer? I need to know right now. Tell us exactly how do I find myself? So let me say this. So you're saying you're lost, okay? And you think finding yourself again is hopeless. That's what you had said, right? Okay, but I'm going to tell you this. Believe it or not, you beautiful, wonderful souls out there, if you are lost, it is possible to find yourself again, and there is hope. You have to hang on to that. You can find yourself again, and you have to believe that. Finding yourself on the deepest level will radically transform your life. Even though you think finding yourself isn't easy. But actually, guys, let me tell you, Knowing that you're feeling lost, it is a good thing. Yes, it is. It's a good thing. Say, yes, it is a good thing. We agree with you. You're going to see why I say that, okay? As we keep watching this video. But it is a good thing if you're feeling like you are lost because it means that you're in the home stretch now and that you're drawing closer to the goal line, to the finish line, as discovering yourself as the prize of who you really are, your true, authentic self. And for that note, my guys, I say congratulations. Congratulations are definitely in order because you are further along than most. When you have lost a sense of who you are, it's similar to a grieving process when you lose a loved one. It's really hard. It's just as hard as losing a family member or a loved one. And the first stage of grief, you know what that is. It's always denial. I'm okay. Everything is fine. I'm getting through this. I am over it. That's denial. That's the first stage of grief. And that's the stage that most people they stay in their entire lives. Then comes the next stage, which are anger and frustration. And that comes when you start to recognize that you are just going through the emotions instead of being who you want to be. Now you yeah, anger issues. You're very frustrated because now you're learning that. That's what the conclusion that you came to. So then you bargain with yourself, thinking that something will come along. And you say, I know it will, won't it? It will. And you ask, yes, won't it come along, Destiny? Sure, it will. It will come along. But would you recognize it when it comes? Will you know when it's standing in front of you? But let me ask you a question. But what if it doesn't come along? What if it doesn't show up? But let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you that there will be depression. There are going to be times when you want to quit, times when you want to give up, and that's going to be a whole lot of more hurts upon hurt, fear upon fear. Because you know why? Because you're dwelling on the negative, and you're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And if you don't think that nothing is going to come out of this, that you'll never find yourself, that you'll never discover the path that you're supposed to be on, then if that's what you believe and you send out these negative vibes, hey, then guess what? You're right. Because your words that you speak become your reality. And you're right. Nothing will change because you're not doing anything about it to change your negative situation, to change your negative beliefs, your negative thoughts. Nothing will happen until you put positivity on the end of that spectrum and you believe with your whole heart that you can do all things through your creator God, who gives you the power and the strength within you to believe that you are greater and higher than anything or any situation. So you're still sitting asking, why do I feel lost? Let me tell you this. There are several reasons why you can be saying to yourself, I am lost. Just think about it. Go back and just think. You might feel like you are drifting along looking at yourself from a helpless lens while your body just does what you're trained it to do. And that's all your body and your mind is going to go in the place where you send it. If you send it toward negativity, it's going to go toward negativity. But if you change that situation, you turn it all around and you send your body and your mind toward positivity, then that's where it will go. You have the power to change all of that. It does not have to be hopeless. It does not have to be helpless. So you got to stop programming your mind to believe those things. You got to start training your brain and wire your brain to so much negativity. Let's say this excitements, guys. Listen, excitements of you, challenges are stepped up a whole lot more, and the routine has taken over your feelings. So that's why you got to sit now and you got to say, I call those things to be as they are. And you got to start speaking the end results of what you want. If you want a positive life, you got to start speaking it. If you want to find your purpose, you want to find the reason why that you're here on this earth, and you got to start speaking in agreement with the creator of the universe. But falling out of touch with yourself happens when you buy into other people's ideals of what you are supposed to be or what you should be doing. And this can happen whether those ideals come from friends or family members or your spouse or society or even yourself. Don't exclude yourself. Most time we are our biggest culprit, our biggest enemy. We're so hard on ourselves. So when you follow what you think you are supposed to be doing rather than what you want to be done, then it's a path that leads to losing yourself. If you want to do something and you don't because of someone else's expectations of what they say that you should be doing, then you are not living your own life. You're living in that person's shadow. You're living in that person's stage in their program that they have programmed your life to be. And then, of course, you have lost yourself. And only your true self can lead you to a path of happiness. Why? Because happiness is always will be in you. And also, only your true self can lead you to the path of your passion, to the path of your validation, and to the path of your independence. So I'm asking you out there, where are you? Do you know where you are? Okay, let me bring you back to this place. Let me give you a place where you can be, okay? So picture you're walking aimlessly into a unfamiliar woods, okay? And the longer you continue walking in that direction, the more lost you become. That is what the path of not being your truest and your happiest and your most authentic self feels like. And that is what it actually is like. But simply recognizing and admitting to yourself that, hey, I'm so lost in my life. I'm so lost in the direction that I'm going in. I don't know where I am. You have to be honestly open. You have to admit, I don't know where I am. I don't know who I am. I don't know the journey that I'm on. I don't know the path. I don't even know me. You got to be honest with yourself. If you're lost, just say, hey, I'm lost. Just say, I am lost in my life. And that is extremely difficult. It is difficult for you. Just say it. But you can overcome that. You have to do this yourself. You have the power within you to believe that you can change your life and your circumstances. No matter what the situation may appear, if it's even negative, you can turn that around into positivity. You can change everything in your life from negative, from pain, from hurt, from confusion, from being lost, to your most beautiful and most positive creation, a way of living life. I'm telling you, you have to do this yourself. How do you move forward from this realization? Believe in the power within you. Believe that you're God consciousness. Believe that the greater one is in you. Believe what the Bible says. The creator of the universe says that you are God. That is realization. That will turn around everything that is negative that you've been holding yourself to, that's been attached to your life, and it will start it turning up to a positive spectrum. You have to admit, and you didn't have to accept the fact that you are lost and that you are ready to be found. And you're going to have to mean this with every fiber in your being, with all the sincerity that's wrapped inside of you. And then guess what? When you're ready to admit that and you shoot that out of your mouth and say, hey, come find me, come get me, I'm lost, help me, then we are here to help you with the next step. Finding yourself, so you'll know how to get out of those woods. So you'll know how to get out of your circumstances. So you'll know how to get out of your confusion state, your fears and your pains, your anxiety. You get out of the trap of the ego. I mean, we will help you. But let me say something else. The idea of finding yourself simply means this, guys. Accessing your confidence, your natural and potential abilities, your sense of self-worth, your sense of self-reliance, and your independence. And I'm sure you're thinking, easier said than done, Destiny. I hear you. But you got to cast down every thought and imagination that comes to exalt itself against what the Creator God has said. He said you can do all things through Him. You have to believe that. So don't say easier said than done, Destiny. But that's true for anything. You have to speak what you want, the end results. If you want your life going in a positive direction, then you're just going to have to keep speaking, getting up after every time you fall, after every time you stumble into the wrong path and you get lost again. You got to keep getting up. You got to keep believing that you can do this, and you got to get up every time. You got to keep trying. Guys, learning how to discover yourself again, it means understanding where you are currently at the present moment. It's figuring out who you are and where you can go. So let's start by discussing how you can find yourself by figuring out how you got to where you are in the first place. Assess your life. Go back and start assessing your confidence. Start assessing your life from the time that you came awakened to your conscious self. Why it is important to find yourself? When you find yourself, you'll find your true purpose. You'll find your Creator God, your divine, authentic self, your higher, greater conscious state of being. And when you are finding yourself, you will find what makes you truly happy. Not just happy enough, because happiness is in you already. You are here because your heart is singing. And the universe is here to give your heart the music it's been looking for. It's trying to get you to vibrate to your higher self in the tune and the beat of the universe. So you're finding yourself. And you open up your potentials to truly accomplish anything. That's the universe's purpose. To find you and to help you to open up your potential to truly accomplish anything that you set your mind to do. You can do it. You got to believe that the power is within you. He has given you power over everything in this world. He has given you the path and the direction, but you got to wake up and open your eyes and see the path laid out in front of you. You can be found. You have to cry out, say, help. And then trust the Creator to have your back. You may have heard the saying, You made your bed, so now you have to lie in it. So let me ask you this. Then what happens if you lift your bed and you took your bed outside to the curb? Would it be a lot of work? Of course it will. Sure, exactly, it will. But now that the bed, which is your life, is in the past and it's time to make a new one, a new bed or new life. And it can be anything that you want it to be. You can be whatever that you believe within your heart. You got the power to create your life, your reality with your words and the thoughts. And with whatever that you believe, you got to turn on your positivity. You got to kill out the other end of the spectrum, the negativity out of your life. So you can do anything that you want to do. Other people won't understand or won't care to understand why you're making a new bed. Matter of fact, you say it's none of your business. Just tell them point blank, it's none of your business. You ain't got to tell everything that you're doing to people. That's the biggest mistake and problem in our lives sometimes. We always give people our next move and our next plan so they run ahead of you and so they can put a roadblock and stop you. Tell me it's none of your business what I'm doing. Be honest. And they'll wonder what was wrong with your old bed. That's none of your business either. Just tell them stay out your life. And you keep your mouth shut and stop telling people everything. And you're always giving people the next lead to for the next plan or the next road that you're taking. And they're sending these roadblocks, spreading breadcrumbs in a direction that you don't need to be going in. But this is a mentality that causes us to lose our sense of self in the first place, depending on other people to tell us who we are, to tell us what our journey is all about, to tell us where we need to be, to tell us our purpose. Let me say this. What we learned, society's expectations, and the path that seemed to be paved for us at birth all create an avalanche that pushes us along, and then it sweeps us up until we don't even know who we are anymore. We become blank. Our mind becomes totally, absolutely blank. So, what is the meaning of life, you say in Destiny? Tell us then, what is the meaning of life? Let's say it like this, and everybody always believe this. It's an old question. It's an old age question with a timeless answer that people will always throw up in your face. What is the meaning of life? And they will say, to be happy. To be happy. But being happy can only be accomplished by discovering yourself. Being happy will always be accomplished by knowing who you are, your divine purpose, and that you are moving to your greater and higher self, and that you are detaching yourself from the ego plans and programs and the programs of all the world and systems. Being happy can only be accomplished by discovering yourself. And here's how. I'm going to tell you. Now, I think, this is my analogy, Destiny got to come out with her analogy. I think two of the surest ways of finding yourself is through detaching yourself from your ego and finding yourself through self-love. The ego, long as you let the ego drive you and ride you and program you and give you a purpose and a plan, is going to feed you a bunch of lies. It will keep you in your state of darkness, ignorant, and out of the path and the way that the Creator God is trying to send you to your higher, greater conscious state of being. You better let the ego be put in this place, and you better kill that ego. But self-love is something I'm telling you, you gotta experience that first. Self-love. You gotta love yourself, because you don't love yourself. I keep telling you guys, you will never know how to love anybody else or love or appreciate anything. Love is God. God is love. Your creator is love. This whole life, our whole purpose created out of love. Self-love is so important. And when you practice self-love, guys, you are continually naming and claiming all of who you are. Even the scariest part of you. Yes, I said it. Even the scariest parts of you. You are naming them and you are claiming all of who you are. So, it's about developing your capacity to be aware, to be authentic and intentionally in every aspect of your life. So you can discover that you love yourself, that you are great, that you are beautiful, that you are totally, absolutely in love with your beautiful, authentic self. Yes, it is. It's about developing your capacity to be aware, authentic, and intentional in every aspect of your life. That is where love will come from, because now you are learning to love yourself. And in doing so, you'll build greater self compassion, and you'll also enhance your ability to offer compassion to others. And you will love others then, because now you what? You're loving yourself. Self-love can only come from a place of self-understanding and affirmations, a positive affirmation that you're speaking love in your life, you're speaking peace in your life and joy in your life. You're speaking that you can do all things in your life. You got to have self-understanding of who you are and self-affirmation. You're speaking things, your I am what you are. Those positive I am. And then journaling. That is a great way. And journaling, that means you're getting out your pad, you're writing down every moment, everything you're going through, and you gotta keep a note of your entire life. Journaling can be a very helpful tool when it comes to self-reflection, because it forces you to bring clarity to your thoughts and your feelings. And it also captures them for you to revisit later. Self-love is absolutely the first thing that we have to come to the place of loving yourself first. You got to be your raw, beautiful, authentic self. Genuine. That's where the pure love comes from, because like I said, God, your creator, he is love. So, and when you come to the end of yourself, guys, just come to the end of that ego, then that's when you're going to find you. Remember that. When you come to the end of yourself, your ego, that's when you'll find you. And I'm going to close on this quote by Dr. Wayne Dyer. Quote, "The ego is only an illusion, but a very influential one. Letting the ego illusion become your identity can prevent you from knowing your true self." And that is it. I thank you, my 10 seconds to 1 minute viewers out there. If you held into this entire message, you are down. You are down with it. And Destiny is so excited, guys. And I am so happy. A lot of information. It was a lot of information poured out to you. You got a lot of knowledge. And I always say, get wisdom, get knowledge, and with all that getting, get understanding. And you have went from 1 second all the way up here to about 30 minutes. I'm so proud of you guys. That's it. Go back and review the video, comment, leave comments in the comment box. If any questions you want me to answer, drop them in the comment box. And then, guys, we can talk about this at any time. Just share your ideas, share your thoughts, and share your words and your hearts and your feelings. If you're feeling like you're lost and you're losing yourself or whatever, just know that you can find yourself again. You will find yourself again, but trust in the power of your creator God, and the universe knows exactly where you are. You ask for help. You ask for help, and it will return around, and it will always lead you back in the path that you need to be. On that further note, Destiny's out of here. 30 minutes, and I will see you at the next video. Love you guys and namaste. Have a wonderful and a great blessed night.